When I first joined the company, it was very family oriented. I think it has very strong shared values. We were all young and crazy. We all had afros, Danny, Rob, Stewart, along with myself.
We didn't have as many young people. The whole building looked entirely different. Like where we're sitting now used to probably be the kitchen. And the sales floor was on the other side where Jason H is. We weren't on a Windows-based program. We were on a DOS program, which was crazy.
We were starting the website, we were starting NetSuite, and there was a number of different high-pressure things with the organization that we needed to transition. People were kind of a little loud and rambunctious on the sales floor, but it was excitement. And this is kind of the spirit of the whole organization.
When I first joined, it was one floor. I had to do this thing called faxing. For me, it was like my first real job. So it was very intimidating. It just seemed like everybody was really busy. Everybody was dressed fancy.
I felt the sense of a family, a business, but a family business. And then seeing Rob and Danny there early in the morning too and working hard, it kind of gave me the blueprint of what I needed to do and what my future would be working at Kole Imports from day one.
The people. Every day when I come into the office in the morning, I'm excited to see everybody, which is a great thing. We work really hard, but we have a fun time too, so that's something I really enjoy, is that balance.
Everyone's always willing to help, and especially our leaders, like Danny, for example. He's always open for us to come with new ideas. It's just a great atmosphere.
The teamwork environment that I feel with among everybody. I feel like everybody's working towards a similar goal.
I have met truly amazing people that I admire personally, professionally, that I love to hang with, that I love to learn from. And it's really people that I feel like I've known all my life.
Well, no, when we were younger, we used to hang out, watch boxing and stuff like that. So it really became, we had a good camaraderie outside of just working together. So, that's what, those are some of the best memories that I remember back in my days.
We went from being at a trade show at ASD in Las Vegas and getting on a plane overnight to Georgia, Atlanta, to another trade show, and went right to work the next day, which was an adventure.
I'm sure your feet were hurting.
Yeah, at that point, everything was hurting.
My best overall memory kind of encapsulates who Kole Imports is. And at a time we were in the sales meeting, Danny said to everybody, we got to work as hard as we can. And he said that his mindset was, I can't look somebody in the warehouse and tell them that I got to let them go because I didn't work hard enough. And that's something that really puts a smile on my face, knowing that that's how much the senior management cares about the organization.
When I got invited to go to the Vegas show, to me that was like a super big deal. It was a big deal, especially back then. I realized just how important Kole Imports was and how big it was, and that light bulb went on for me. There's just so much that could be done here in the future, and so it's just exciting.
He didn't come into the office too many or too often. I feel that seeing Mr. Kole dad when he would come in, having conversations with him about life in general, or him making fun of my pants, which was all the time. Great memories for me. I always enjoyed talking to him.
Growth, being able to work with so many guys that have done this for so many years, to the owner of the company giving you advice, to guys that have been here 15, 20 years. I feel like I've really been able to absorb a lot being around so many experienced people.
Lively. It's always fun to be around everyone, and we have a lot of great laughs together.
Rewarding. I really personally enjoy meeting new people and talking to new people. And it's also just awesome learning more about the industry You know, learning from Danny, learning from Jason, learning from somebody like Victor, and just learning the ins and outs, and it's been really awesome so far.
Wild. Wild is my word. Wild ride, wild times, wild work, wild everything. But I love it.
How many hours you got?
There's always something funny happening.
Keep PG. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, Kenny, I can't talk about.
Should I come back to this question? All right.
I don't know if I can put it on camera, but I know Papa Smurf, we used to call him Mr. Cole. He always had that old middle finger. That was his signature. You know, that's like saying hello and good morning to you. You know, that's probably the funniest thing.
It was a dinner with customers. Danny was encouraging everyone to find their inner Bobby. Danny's inner Bobby is basically his alternative personality. Well, we came up with different names, and for me, I don't know how, but we ended up saying Sapphire, which was pretty comical.
There's this guy named Chris Islis. He would say these idiosyncrasy type of things. He jumps up and he says, "It's on like Don King Kong." He didn't understand it's on like Donkey Kong. It's the funniest thing I've heard. And he really believed it when he said it.
I have a lot of fun memories. A lot of really fun memories. Coming out of Bob Chan's, I think it was the name of the restaurant. All of a sudden I see this person flying into the bushes, and then I look back and I see these two little feet just dangling from the bushes, and Rob had pushed Peter into the bushes, and we all just went crazy laughing because that was so funny.
Me and Victor were at a show in Orlando. We were leaving Topgolf, and Victor was very still in the work mindset, sending emails. And we're walking out, and he's on his phone sending an email and just kind of walks right off the sidewalk and falls into the grass and just completely lays out into the grass.
So I used to always room with a girl, her name was Misty. Our feet used to hurt so much at that point after 2 or 3 days that she would just literally roll off the bed and crawl to the bathroom because her feet hurt so much she didn't want her feet to touch the floor.
In my first week, Jason gave me his sales methodology that he made. I had a question about it with him, and I accidentally called it the sales manifesto, not really thinking about the difference between those two. I still don't know what I was thinking when I said that. I could do like 80 of those.
As you all know, I love Halloween. So my funniest I'm gonna pull out is when Ralph, I encouraged him to be Pennywise from It, and basically petrified the entire office to the point that even standing outside, the truck drivers were scared to come in.
I had started working here, and I was working with both Danny and Rob. One day I received a phone call from Rob at 6 o'clock in the evening, and I was paranoid. And I answer, and he's not answering me back, and I'm freaking out because God knows what happened. And I'm texting, and he's like, "What dialed?" And I was shocked because I didn't know Rob's MO. But dialing, it's a thing, and now I know it's normal, and now I don't panic if I see that come in my phone.
Allowing me to, work with a group of senior managers, and not only senior managers, but just, a group of individuals that, makes me a better person. I found a number of friends, and I enjoy coming to work every day.
It has helped me grow professionally quite a bit. I started here 28 years ago when I was answering phones, doing bank deposits, filing away yellows and filing away green bars. Going to that to going to trade shows and dealing directly with customers that I do so now. It's grown me a lot, both professionally and as a person.
Professionally, I think I've really enhanced my leadership capabilities. Personally, I've probably developed better habits. I've really gotten pretty good at being able to reach people, understand them, and to really motivate them.
Danny, I truly think of him as a mentor. Even he saw things in me that I didn't see in myself and pulled that out of me even in times when maybe I wasn't happy about it. He gave me the ability to take the step, and Rachel gave me the courage to stand my ground. Between the two of them, that's how I've achieved, just starting from sending faxes to full-blown having my whole team and the whole department.
Professionally, doing what I've been doing for the last 24 years, and I keep learning every day. I needed to make Kole Imports not just a job. I needed to make Kole Imports my craft of making my career, and I believe I've done that so far. On the personal side, it has given me a lot. My family, my wife, my 2 kids, I could say it has given me everything.
Their dedication, their hard work, their lead by example kind of people that have really inspired me to do the best work that I can, because I know that they show up every day and do the best work that they can.
Work ethic. Both of them are just such hardworking guys, and I really like how they practice what they preach. Danny, he expects a lot out of everybody, but he does exactly himself what he expects others to do. There hasn't been any time where he asked someone to do something that I thought to myself, he doesn't do that himself already.
They both inspired me just because of how they're kind of down-to-earth people, but they still are very professional. And you can see the drive that's in both of them. Good people, passionate people that really care about their employees. You can't do nothing but want to work for them.
They both do what they preach. You meet a lot of people that will give advice, but you don't always see them taking that advice. Anything those guys suggest, they're definitely doing or have done themselves. They're in a position where they probably don't have to work as hard as they do, but they still do, so that makes it more inspiring when you get this advice from them to kind of push yourself to be better, because they're still doing it.
From the Rob perspective, it was Rob who really brought me into this organization. It's kind of one of those fond things that knowing that it was the relationship I built with Rob that kind of brought me to this point. I really enjoy who Danny is, and not too many folks in your life do you get inspired by somebody, and he's one of those individuals that really inspires me to work hard every day and to make me a better person.
What inspires me about Danny is that he's incredible. He's incredibly humble. He has a great attitude. He's a great friend. What inspires me about Rob is that even though he should be retired by now, he still shows up for the company, and that's something that I respect a lot.
When I think of Rob, I just want to give him a hug. When I first started working here, I was petrified of Rob. But in the end, he ended up being a cuddly teddy bear, and the one that is to be afraid of is Danny. Just kidding. When I think of Danny Kole, I think of just like a lightning bolt. Energy, inspiration, motivation, patience. Those are all qualities that are admirable. To have it's not just the boss, it's not just the president of the company, these are the owners of the company that you could go in there, say whatever it is that you want to say, and they're gonna hear you out. And that's something I don't think a lot of people have at their jobs, and something I really don't take for granted here.
I am very excited to have been a part of the last 40 years, and I hope to be around for the next 40. I don't know, I'm gonna put me like an 80, so that's...
I just want to congratulate Danny and Rob and everybody here on what this company's grown to with this very small beginnings that it had. It was really cool to go to ASD for the first time last year and just see all the different companies there and how our company really was like such a dominant force there. And it's just a really cool thing to see, and congratulations.
It's been just a good 40 plus years for me. Learned a lot. I see where they get all of their strengths and their values from. And it started all with Mr. and Ms. Kole.
I want to congratulate Kole Imports for their 40 amazing years, and I'm proud to be part of this journey.
I've only been here 1 year of the 40, but I'm really glad to be a part of it. I can see why, with how hard everybody works and kind of even the changes that have been made in 1 year to continue to grow, why the business has been able to last that long, and I'm happy to be a part of it now.
Danny and Rob, I admire them. I admire how they started, how they kept growing together, how they put the work into it. I really do admire them both. So here's to another 40.
40 years it's a big number, and from day one, when they started the business with their parents, I think their vision has always been the same. It's been a family business. They treat everybody with respect. They treat you like a family, not as an employee. It's been great, and I wish wherever this goes, wherever the family takes the business from here on, that it's going to be a great future, and it's in great hands.
I wanted to congratulate the entire Kole family, past, present, and future of the 40 years. And, I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck for the next 40 years. The best is yet to come.